Every year feels different for me, and I know everyone says that, but this one actually does. Towards the end of 2025, I just had this feeling that something needed to change. Nothing dramatic even happened, I just could not ignore this feeling anymore, and so I acted on it. And once I did, my life moved way faster than I expected. The older I get, and I feel like the more I settle into my 20s, the more I realize that I'm trying to balance between obsessing over my future and I'm also trying really hard to stay present. I don't think I've mastered that balance yet, but I want to set the tone for 2026, and this is what I want to be figuring out. So that's where I'm at mentally, and welcome to the vlog. I hope you enjoy. This has been a long time coming. I promised myself that I would shoot today no matter what, and I'm almost running out of light, but I want to finish shooting this so I can tell you guys what's been on my mind. I wasn't ready to talk about it for the longest time because I wasn't sure of my decision, and honestly I still doubt it sometimes, but I think I feel a little more settled now. I quit my job. A lot of you guys know that I've been working in cybersecurity like I was for the last 1.5 years, and at the same time, I was meant to go back to London to get my dream job. If you told me this like 5 years ago, I would have never, ever believed you. But that's basically what's happening. I quit my job 2 months ago, and I was thinking about it for the longest time, whether I should do content full time. I don't think I'm anywhere close to where I want to be in terms of content because I'm still very much building that. But at the same time, it just didn't feel right in my heart to not give it enough attention, which I think I was struggling with. When I was doing cybersecurity, I think I learned so much, and I was always wanting to work in tech, and so it taught me a lot. I got to network with such smart people, got so much exposure. I learned so many skills I would have never learned unless I did that job, and how to navigate through certain challenges in the corporate world. And I think stuff like that will always be relevant should I go back to corporate life. But yeah, early on, I started feeling like my content was picking up, and I started feeling more guilty about not giving content enough time and just doing this job of mine, which I was again very grateful for, but it just didn't feel like my calling. Till date, I don't even think content is something I'm going to do forever, but I started to feel like I'm getting my feet in the ground now and I have a strong foundation. I met people and I went to events and I started working with brands I could have only ever dreamed of. And it started feeling really fulfilling and validating to have that, and especially have this community here. And it just felt like something I wanted to do. So I did quit my job in December. I gave my notice back in August, and it took a while for things to like go through. So I was only able to leave in December before my birthday, because that's a promise I made myself that I would start my 24th year without a corporate job. And that is what I did. So I think I just also want to say that like, I'm not telling anyone that this is the right thing to do and that if you want to start content, you should quit your job. That's absolutely not true. I have a lot of friends who are balancing both and they are amazing at doing it, but it just wasn't for me. Another thing is that I'm not just doing content. There is another secret that I'm keeping from you guys, and you guys are probably gonna like block me for this, but I can't share it just yet, but you guys will hopefully see it so soon. I'm working on something and I am so excited because again, not something I ever imagined myself doing, but it feels like it's just part of the journey, and it just dropped in my lap literally right after I quit my job. I was approached for something and it just felt like this is something I need to be a part of and I need to build from scratch. And that's what I'm doing right now. I will be sharing it with you guys. It is for you guys. It is for the community. There's so much been happening in the background, and I've been having so much anxiety about this decision ever since I made it, whether it's the right decision to make, whether I'm just making a big mistake. How will I sustain myself if I just do content, which is why I'm also building something of my own. But that is basically what I'm doing now, guys. I had to let go of my job in London, and it was the most heartbreaking thing I've ever done because my friends are still there. A lot of them from my internship continue to work there at the company. So I just wasn't ready for something like that. And I also felt like if I did move abroad and started working at that company, I would have been an ant at such a big company.
I don't think I would have felt like I'm actually contributing anything real, and I don't think I could live with that. I've always been the type of person who gives her 100% to something I'm passionate about. And yes, I was passionate about this dream job, which is why I worked my ass off in the internship and I wanted it to become like a full-time thing. But I feel like if it was meant for me, it would have not been pushed to May 2025. It was meant to start in September of 2024, and I got a call um, 2 months before that saying, hey, we've had to move your start date to May 2025. And it kind of shattered me because my entire life revolved around me continuing to stay in London for a couple of more years. And obviously, that's not what happened. So, moving back home and settling in here was one of the toughest things I've ever had to do. But I did it. And if I hadn't done that, I would have never started creating content. So it just all feels like such a sign to me. That's all that I've been keeping from you. I'm sorry it's taken me so long to just get on here and say it. I just was not ready. But here you go. Now everything's out in the open, and I'm just focusing on me. And I think it's some time well deserved. I've been working ever since I graduated, even before that actually. And I needed a break. I needed a break so bad. I was overworked and I was burnt out. I had no time for myself mentally or physically at all. And it just didn't feel like I was pouring into myself the energy that I deserved. And I can say that in the last 2 months, the clarity that I've had in my head and how stable I feel, I just can't compare to anything. So yeah, that's the big update. It was pretty predictable, I know, when I created this whole reel for you guys to come and see it, but also because I just haven't been posting on YouTube and I'm finally getting back to it. But yeah, if this is a sign that you need to leave a job that you're not enjoying, then I guess you should leave that job. And it's also a sign to start creating content because it turned my life around entirely, and you should consider it if this is something you've been wanting to do. There's so much more exciting content coming for you guys. I'm working on so many things and I cannot wait for you guys to see it. And I'm so grateful with the way that this community has grown. 900 subscribers, or I think we're at 940 subscribers, may mean nothing to someone with 100k or like, I don't know, 10k, but like it means a lot to me because I started with zero and I know how hard it was to even reach here. And I'm sure we're gonna like grow exponentially. But yeah, thank you guys for being a part of this. I would have never been able to do this without you guys. So I'm so happy to each and every one of you, all 942 of you on here right now, and the 23,000 of you on Instagram. I love you guys, and I will see you soon.